Michelle with the Cape May County Library. Welcome to your first guitar lesson. So for this, we're going to be going over some really basic information. So if you have any experience playing the guitar, you're not going to need to watch this. It's just going to be something for people who might have a guitar at home, never got a chance to pick it up, and just maybe want to learn a little about it. So the things we're going to be going over today are the strings and frets, how to tune your guitar, other basic information you should probably know when starting to play the guitar, and we'll finish with a few simple, easy, popular riffs that you could play at home just to get yourself familiar with it, get your fingers strengthened a little. Alright? Okay, so getting started with the strings. So your guitar here, if you're right-handed, is going to be oriented like mine. The thickest string on this side and the thinnest string on this side. So we're going to go over what those are. So this here is your E string or your 6th string, followed by your A or 5th, followed by your D or 4th string, followed by your G or 3rd string, followed by your B or 2nd string, and lastly, your high E or 1st string. The strings we learned and the order of the strings is going to be important later when we go into tuning. So now, let's look at the frets. So as you can see here on the neck of your guitar, there are these metal brackets that go across. Okay, so those are the frets, but the spaces in between are where you're going to be playing. So when I say an open string, it's just a string by itself. When I say a string 1st fret, it's the 1st fret, this is the 2nd fret, the 3rd fret, all the way down. And there are little dots here to help you see some of the frets on your guitar. They're on the side of your guitar too. So you have your 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th fret, all the way down. Alright, so let's look at tuning the guitar. So what you're going to need to do is download a tuner app on your phone, or you can try and Google a page if your computer has a microphone and use that. You're going to download that. I use Fender Tuner. It's a pretty easy to use app. And I'll show you what that looks like here. So when you open it up, you're going to get this screen. What we're going to do is we're going to touch Auto. Okay? And you can see listed down here are the different strings we talked about. So there's E, A, D, G, B, and E. What we're going to do this is we're just going to hit a string. It's going to pick it up and let us know where the string is at. So when we hit E, well, let's do D or A. So it's either going to say tune up or tune down when you hit a string. So if you need to tune up, that means you need to tighten the string to raise the note. So we're going to hit this A here. Okay, and it says to tighten, we're going to use the pegs in the guitar. So tightening your string is going to go counterclockwise. And you can hear that. And loosening your string, or tuning down, is going to go clockwise. Okay. So this can be, like I said, hard depending on what condition your guitar is in, the strings. What you're going to want to do is make sure you don't tighten it too fast. And when you're tightening the strings and tuning it, make sure the guitar is facing away from you, just in case the string snaps. And be patient with it. You don't have to get it right away. If you haven't used your guitar in a while, you're going to need to tune it a few times before it's ready to go. Just some other basic stuff you might want to know. It's going to take a while for your fingers to build up strength and dexterity and even calluses on the tips of your fingers, which is going to help you with playing the guitar. Especially in the beginning, it's going to seem challenging. Your fingers are going to hurt a little from the strings, and pressing down on them is going to be a little harder. You might not be able to get the right sounds out because your hands aren't familiar with the guitar yet, but that'll all come in time, and hopefully the easy riffs we do at the end of this will make it easy enough for you to play and practice where you want to play more, your fingers get used to it. The next thing I want to talk about is a guitar pick. If you don't have one of these, that's okay. A lot of the times what you do is if you have an old gift card or something like that, you can just use a pair of scissors and cut it into the shape of a pick. You can also use the pad of your thumb when strumming, and you could also just use your fingernail too. Anything really works for that. Alright, let's do some simple, easy riffs for you to play at home and get yourself familiar with guitar. The first we're going to be doing today is Smoke in the Water. A lot of people learn this when playing the guitar. I'll play an example for you. So all that is played on the E string up here, or the 6th string. And I'll go over the frets with you to play in the order. So we're doing open, 3, 5, open, 3, 6, 5, open, 3, 5, 3, open. Okay, so this riff's going to be a little more challenging than the previous one. It's going to be Breaking the Law by Judas Priest, the intro. That's going to be played on both the 6th string, or the E string, and the 5th string, or the A string. It's going to sound like this. Alright, let's go over that a little slower, and I'll show you the notes and call them out. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're playing on the A string first, and we're going open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3. We're going to move to the E string of the 6th string, open, 1, 3, open, 1, 3, open, and we're going to go back to the A string and end on 3, 2. Alright, so for our last song, we're going to be doing Iron Man by Black Sabbath. It's going to sound like this. So we're going to be starting here on our E string, we're going to move to our A string, and we're going to end on our E string. So for that part when we go to our A string, you're going to want to be using both your fingers here to help you out move between these two notes. So we're going to be on the 5th fret and the 4th fret. If you feel comfortable, you can try and slide. Alright, so let's go over what those are going to be. So we're going to start here on the E string. 2, 5, 5, 7, 7. We're going to move to our A string, and we're going to go 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 7, 7. And those riffs I showed you, I didn't give you fingering for them, like which fingers you're supposed to use on which parts, because in the beginning, it's kind of hard to use the fingers you're supposed to. So I'm just going to say, use whatever makes you feel comfortable right now, and go at your own pace. Like I said, it's going to be hard to start until you get that finger strength, that dexterity going. And that's really the goal right now. It's just get that started so you can build on that. We're going to take small steps towards bigger things. The next video, we're going to be going over chords, both open chords and power chords. Power chords are probably going to be the easiest for you to start with. We're going to go over some strumming patterns, and then we're going to try and learn a quick song at the end. And in ending, if you guys have any questions or you need anything covered specifically, if you have strings you need to change, I can do a video for that. Anything you guys need, you could just leave a comment and I will try to cover that in another video. And just thanks so much for coming by. Hope you have fun with it. Don't get too frustrated. I know it can be frustrating starting, but it's supposed to be fun. You'll get there.